Hey everyone, it's Bryony. So it is Sunday the 31st of April. So for some reason I just can't seem to get it into my head that there's only 30 days in April, not 31. So I'm sure I'm going to say the 31st throughout this video, but please bear with me through that. It's actually my mum's birthday today and I have just started my period. And I'm a bit baffled by that because, well, it means that this month, for the first time in ages, I've actually had a, sorry, let me switch hands. Oh, can only use my right hand with my phone. Where was I? Yeah, so according to my Clue app, today will be day 29, which means I've actually had a 28-day cycle, which is great because that's what I prefer to have. An exactly 28-day cycle. It's just, you know, it's just slightly better because that's what we're meant to have. Right. Finished with the camera moving, hopefully. Anyway, so I went to dancing today and I was feeling like a bit crampy at one point, but the rest of it I was okay. I had a pants line on. And then I went back to my parents' house because, as I said before, it's my mum's birthday and we were going out for dinner. And we went out and there was nothing like vegan at this place at all. So I just had chips and ate some of my mum's salad and did them in ketchup and stuff. I was kind of hoping they'd have like a red wine sauce or something because sometimes they can make that dairy-free or peppercorn sauce, and I just thought, oh, that would be really nice if I could have that like special sauce to dip it in, but they didn't. Unfortunately, it had dairy in it, which is the one thing I really do try and avoid, even if I'm not really strict about eating plant-based all the time. So yeah, that was what I had, and I was just like, and I sat down through dinner, but I felt like my stomach was really starting to cramp, and I was a bit puzzled by it, and I said to my mum, oh, you know, I need to go home. And I got home and I thought, oh, maybe I'm just constipated. So I went to the toilet, but I realised it still wasn't going, and then I thought, actually, I think I really might be starting my period. So I took a Nurofen, and I ran a bath, and like the whole time I was in the bath I was crampy, which is like a key sign for me that like it must be starting if they're sort of there, but not super bad, but uncomfortable enough that they're not stopping. So anyway, I got out of the bath and I dried myself with like a reusable like flannel or whatever, and I realised, yeah, there's blood there. So I've officially started my period. I think I'm going to start filming tomorrow, which is a bank holiday Monday for us. I'm not sure if anything's even happening, but we will see. Usually I would have to pick up little baby Jack and Ube because their mums go to a English course because it's bank holiday, but they won't have that. So I don't know if there's anything tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm sure we'll have it all right. Just fingers crossed this is okay this month. I was expecting my period to come on Wednesday, so I had like my whole week scheduled for this, and now it's tomorrow. So hopefully, I mean, it's a good thing I haven't really got anything on tomorrow, because that means if I'm really bad it'll be okay. But Tuesday I do have stuff I need to do, so yeah, we'll have to really hope that that's alright. Second day is usually not too bad, so we'll see. But yeah, so I have all that planned, and today is actually also officially 4 years since I started my YouTube channel. I started it on the 31st of May in 2013, not May, of April 2013. So yeah, 4 years on here. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and because I don't think my period, I'm literally just tiny spots. I don't think I'm really going to start tonight. I think it'll really pick up tomorrow, so we'll see then. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a minute. Morning. It's coming up to 9 o'clock now. I think I woke up about 8:30. Last night was actually okay, fine. Didn't like wake up in any extreme pain or anything, so that's great. I need to wash my hair today because it's, ugh, I've been dancing for the last 2 days and I can't wash it while I still need to put it into a bun, because then it doesn't go up. But yeah, I need to do that today. I also need to pay myself because it's the first of the month. It's May 1st. And I have to just, because I'm self-employed, I just transfer money from accounts. So I need to do that today. Yeah, as I said before, I don't think there's anything else happening at the moment, but so far it's manageable. But I haven't really started yet. The blood's only like a little bit there. I've got my Thinks underwear on. I'm still only really spotting, so we'll see how it goes today, but you know, it's kind of hard to tell what it's going to be like cramp-wise until I really start bleeding, but we'll see. This is breakfast today. It's just a gluten-free chocolate cereal with cashew milk. I've discovered, I mentioned this in like my day in the life video last week, I discovered that cashew milk is like my new dairy alternative milk. And some of you guys saying you kind of wanted to see what I was eating throughout the day, so I'm gonna try and do that. I'm not really hungry, but because I've taken some pain meds, like my stomach is, like, I can feel like the acid burning, if that makes any sense. So eating tends to stop that, which is why I'm having this, but I still feel a bit kind of nauseous because I'm a little bit sleep deprived, but hopefully this should solve it. So I'm just about to put this 12-inch heavy red anchor cloth pad on now. Please ignore the beeping in the background, that's my microwave. Yeah, I've been wearing Thinx underwear so far this morning, because I've just been spotting really for like the last, well, I think I got the first speck of blood in my, I tell you what, last night I was in the bath and I was cramping the whole time I was in the bath, which is very weird for me, and I always know I'm getting my period when that happens. Well, I think it was around 8 or probably 9 o'clock that I got like my first spot of blood, and it's 11:30 now, I think, and I've only just around 11 o'clock, I think, had like my first proper gush of blood, which took longer. Usually I start bleeding quicker than that, within 12 hours, but this time I was just spotting. I believe I've had this before though, so I'm actually going to go back and watch some of my period vlogs and see if I can find one of the ones where I've done that before and see how my period was then, because I know this has happened before, but I can't remember when. So we'll see, maybe it'll give me a hint as to what's going on this month, but certainly something's changed this cycle, and I have a few ideas about what it might be. It's just coming up to 3:45 in the afternoon now. There was kind of a big break between this part of the vlog and the last ones. I was feeling okay this morning, and then my period really did start, and I am now properly bleeding. And I think in the last one I said I had an idea as to why my periods might have been a bit off schedule. But yeah, so I had lunch, and the reason I didn't show it is because just before I had lunch, I remembered that I finally managed to pick up my antibiotics for my Lyme disease, the treatment that my specialist put me on, and I took it, and then afterwards I felt horrifically nauseous, like so nauseous, which is not uncommon for me when I'm on my period. I'm a bit more prone to being nauseous, but I don't think this was caused by anything else other than this medicine. So I just had some noodles really, because I'd eat something quick and just like easy to eat, but even like eating that was really nauseating for me, so I just had, and I can't lie down after I've taken the antibiotics, so I had to kind of, there's a mark on there, I had to kind of like sit up and take slow bites of it. It's the worst thing, I think, nausea, but fortunately I had some Truvella, so I just took one of those tablets and I did feel better after that. But then like cramps kind of kicked in around like 1:30, which kind of sucked. I've got a heat pack now and I'm just lying down, and fortunately I got everything done today that I needed to this morning. I did kind of want to spring clean my house, and I'll wash my hair later, I always do it in the evening, but I guess I can leave that. I think I might have mentioned before, tomorrow I have to go up to London. I've got a fitting with the company I do bra fittings for. They check them out, so they're alright. It might possibly be my last one as well, so I need to go to it if I can, so fingers crossed. I mean, I'm not too bad. I've definitely been worse than this before. But yeah, it's just not overly fun right now, but not too bad either. Anyway, I think the reason that my cycles have been off for the last couple of months, where they've been like 31 days, and this cycle's been exactly 28 days, which is what I really like them to be. I prefer them to be a bit shorter than 31. Is because I was quite stressed, I think, about launching the new pads, the Beautifully British range that I now have on my website, and it was a lot of work to get those done, and I was really kind of worried about what they're going to sell, and now that they've been out for a month now, I think my body's just gone whoo, and just completely decompressed and de-stressed about that. So maybe that's why my periods have gone back to normal, but who knows, to be honest. I never have a clue what my body's doing when it comes to its cycles. I still haven't watched my last period vlogs. I might do that another day, actually. It's not essential. Now that my period's started, I'm less bothered, but I was kind of curious about before. But anyway, I'll probably have a snack in a minute. My mum and dad were kind enough to stop by. They had to go up to Runnymede, I think, to buy something. I'm not entirely sure what. And on the way back, they just stopped off and dropped off some bread and some jam and some Coke. I asked for some Coke because flat Coke is quite good for a nauseous stomach. That's the other thing. I've had like pain in my chest, like heartburn, almost pain, or with my stomach, but I think that's just because of like the medicine and stuff. So we will see. Anyway, I haven't had any vicious reactions or anything, but yeah, I've got to take this antibiotics for 2 months now. There's 2 different ones. because the bacteria that causes Lyme disease is a nasty bacteria, so it has to be really aggressively treated. Which kind of sucks, but hopefully once my period's passed, the nausea will pass too. Anyway, I'm going to go and get a snack, probably just some toast and butter, vegan butter obviously. I found that the Flora dairy-free is by far the best, by the way, if any of you are interested. It's by far the best butter alternative, and I just sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan salt on top. And if you get good white bread, which is my favourite, I know I should eat brown bread, but this is my concession to myself. I have white bread. It tastes so good, so yeah, some of that I think. It's now just gone 10 p.m. I'm really sorry, I'm very conscious that I didn't really do anything in this vlog, like moving about, wise, even around my house. Sometimes I try and film little bits that are happening, but really today I just stayed in bed and actually watched quite a few Jane Austen movies. I'm a hopeless romantic. Pride and Prejudice is definitely my favourite, but yeah, I'm a sucker for the romances, so yeah. But actually, like, pain-wise isn't too bad. It's just because it's a bank holiday that I deliberately gave myself a day off. Didn't think I'd actually have my period, but maybe it worked out alright. Now I just have to keep my fingers crossed that tonight isn't too bad, and then everything will be okay tomorrow. I have actually got a cup in right now. I'm just using my, I think it's the My Cup, something like that. Really, really soft one, which actually works great for this sort of thing. And yeah, so fingers crossed there's no pain, but even if I was starting to cramp, I should be able to take it out. I'm kind of torn because I think, like, for me, firmer cups make me cramp a bit more, but softer cups, the fact that I'm not kind of clenching my muscles because I can feel the blood dripping down, I think maybe that helps with cramps sometimes, so I'm not sure. I think I've been a little bit heavier today than I usually am, or have been the last couple of months, but nothing like significant. I've not bled through anything, or any of my heavy pads, so it's nothing that would worry me, to be honest. But I think I am a little bit heavier than I usually would be, so that's a bit interesting. But yeah, overall it's been manageable. Been a bit bizarre because it came sooner than expected and then spotted for so long and then really started and stuff, but yeah, definitely been manageable. Was a bit uncomfortable earlier on today, but nothing unexpected. I'm just trying to think. I have to wait for another half an hour before I can take my last antibiotic, and then I have to wait half an hour again before I can actually go to bed. So I think I might actually start watching another Jane Austen novel. Maybe Sense and Sensibility. I like that one quite a bit too. But yeah, and I have a book to read as well, so that's quite nice. But anyway, yesterday, 31st of May, was actually marked, was my mother's birthday, for one, and it also marked exactly 4 years since I started this channel, which is insane and kind of crazy. But yeah, there we go. I've been making videos on periods and reusable menstrual products now for 4 years. That is really crazy. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, even though there wasn't much moving about. I promise I will try in the future with other, like, day in the life videos and period vlogs to do more stuff. I might do some more period vlogs where I start them a bit later on. I can't do, like, multiple days in them just because of the way I have my upload schedule and the storage of my camera, but I can, like, do them on other days. So maybe next time, if I think about it, I will start it on a day when I have more going on, and then I'll have more to film. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. Don't forget you can get cloth pads and menstrual cups from my website, Precious Stars, down below. And I will see you this week. Bye-bye.